Because if you look at the people that went in that house with their mind straight, let's go to Lamar Odom.
So he's speaking to our friends at Vlad TV, and he was asked whether there is a Kardashian curse where men who get involved with the family end up, you know. Anyway, take a look at Lammy and listen very closely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you hear the Kardashian curse, how do you feel? That's stupidity, because everybody goes through you dumbasses. If I had your family on tape and seen all the that your family was going through, people would be like, yo, this family is crazy. You see all the drug addicts, all the sex, they shared their life with you. So you see everything. Maybe it's overexposed, but is it? People love it.
Lamar, who overdosed and nearly died in 2015.
In the words of Whitney Houston, crack is whack. He even went to say he got another apartment because I was trying to get high. I wasn't trying to repair my marriage. A lot of people try to paint Khloe Kardashian as the good girl who was with Lamar Odom through all of his ups and downs. But how about all of the games that she played with this man? The mind games, telling him that she wanted to have a family with him. She even said she wanted to conceive, they wanted to adopt children, but also have foster kids. Meanwhile, she was going to a fertility doctor, having him think that she wanted to have a family while she was pretending to try to conceive.
Like I was married, but I knew the circumstances weren't the healthiest, so I just kept pretending I was doing.
And I don't really want to take nothing, take anything away from who I am.
Smoking crack. Let's go to Kanye West.
I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
That was a bad example. Shit, I think I'm a god. Actually, I think all black people are gods. If we are made in his image, then we are gods. Let me show you another example. It's one thing that he thought he was delusional enough to try to run for presidency, but it's a whole nother thing to actually support Donald Trump. Anybody who used to support him or still supports him has clearly lost their mind. But there's the bigger picture, and the bigger problem is the Kardashian curse. Stay tuned. Kanye went from rapping about gold diggers to actually marrying a gold digger. But then suddenly he's...
TMZ reported the rapper ultimately became unstable after screwing up the dosage of his medication, adding that Kanye has long suffered from psychological issues, which are controlled by the medication.
Clearly, Kim can't be the problem, can she? Whatever happens to her ex-husband?
Kim's fairy tale wedding, a Kardashian event, no one would suspect Kim's marriage to NBA star Kris Humphries was already falling apart. But behind closed doors, Kim had a feeling it wouldn't last long. She later told Andy Cohen,
I just thought, holy I'm 30 years old. I better get this together. I better get married. It was more of that situation.
In all, the couple were married for 72 days. Kim's divorce filing not only shocked the world, but it shocked Humphries, who claims he was blindsided. He told TMZ, I'm committed to this marriage and everything this covenant represents. I love my wife and am devastated to learn she filed for divorce. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work. Unfortunately, their marriage ended in a long, bitter divorce, which was finally settled in 2013.
We don't know how that's going to end. Let's go to Rob Kardashian.
Seeing Rob is struggling, and it makes the family sad. He deals with depression, weight issues, and low self-esteem.
Fat and sloppy. Okay, now I'm just saying.
Talk about transformation. Keep that word transformation in the back of your mind. We're not going to leave Scott out of this. When he was with Kourtney, look how they portrayed him to the media. Now that they're no longer together, you get a whole different Scott. Don't kill the messenger. These are just facts.
Champagne. But the women on point. million-dollar deals.
Kylie, how does it feel to have the title youngest self-made billionaire?
I don't really think of myself as, I don't wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror like, good morning, self-made billionaire.
You don't? I do.
Walking the runway, selling makeup, emojis.
Should we be concerned for Travis Scott?
Mm-hmm.
I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. I'm honestly just devastated.
Rap star Travis Scott joining the city of Houston in mourning today, while an official search for answers gets underway.
It is important for us to ascertain from last night what took place, what happened, where missteps may have occurred.
As Scott took the stage to headline his Astroworld Festival Friday, many of his fans were being crushed in a sea of pain.
Pushing. We just watched the bodies just go past us unconscious.
With reports of people being trampled, unable to move and breathe, some unconscious and falling to the ground, EMS crossing dense crowds to reach them. 8 people died in the incident, all under 30, the youngest victim just 14 years old.
We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time.
Police are also looking into reports of a security guard who was stuck in the neck with a needle, falling unconscious and having to be revived by rescue crews.
Could it have been that somebody was given some drugs and they passed out and then they were trampled? Or did they pass out because they were trampled?
Police say they've improved security measures at the event over the years, adding more officers on the ground. But ICU nurse Madeline Eskin says the show was too crowded and people were trapped in the crush.
If you fell over, it would have been a death sentence.
Eskin says she fainted in the crowd, but her boyfriend lifted her over a fence to medics.
If he would not have gotten me out of there, I don't think I would have made it.
Now, investigators are still trying to identify one of those 8 victims, and in a rare move are asking for the public's help to try and identify him. Additionally, investigators say they're reviewing all of the surveillance footage from inside this event to see if they can find out what set the crowd off.
Transformers and transformation. We will not leave Bruce Jenner out of this.
In Caitlyn's memoir, The Secrets of My Life, she alleges that Kris 100% knew of her gender identity crisis when they met, adding that Kris was fully aware she was on hormones for years before meeting. Writing, "I told her there had been a woman inside me all my life." Kris disagrees. In an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kris said the book was filled with lies.
Everything she says is all made up. And then all through the book, Kris knew. Kris knew before I even made love to her. I'm like, what?
I have no idea how Travis Scott did not see the ramifications behind dealing with this family. Do you guys remember when Bruce was in this situation? Right after he killed somebody, he then became Woman of the Year. Make it make sense.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a tall order these days, and tonight, the reality TV family is facing new drama, the most serious kind. Bruce Jenner involved in a fatal car accident.
Images from California's Pacific Coast Highway show a grisly scene.
It's horrible, devastating.
We now have 7 patients, including 1 DOA.
At the center of this deadly car crash, Olympian and tabloid fixture Bruce Jenner.
Bruce, are you okay?
Seen here walking around the scene, surveying the damage. A white Lexus decimated and smoking on the side of the road. According to the California Highway Patrol, the 4-vehicle accident occurred just after noon on Saturday, closing down the iconic highway for hours.
This, unfortunately, is one of the worst type of accidents you can have.
It sounded horrific. The cars looked
demolished.
69-year-old Kim Howe, a widow and resident of an exclusive gated community in Calabasas, seen here on this webpage supporting a nonprofit group against animal research, pronounced dead on the scene. 2 adults and 3 children inside a Hummer briefly hospitalized and released. Jenner walked away unharmed. Last night, he broke his silence about the horrific pileup. My heartfelt and deepest sympathies go out to the family and loved ones, and to all of those who were involved or injured in this terrible accident. I will continue to cooperate in every way possible.
Still not convinced? I don't know what to tell you. Curse or not, the one thing I can tell you for sure is that these bitches are straight evil. Every man that gets entangled with this family ends up with nothing but depression, drugs, and death.